So joining me now is New York Assembly member Jake Blumencranz, who proposed a similar anti-squatting bill in his state, as well as Doris Oppong, who's been struggling to remove a squatter from her home in the Bronx. Assemblyman Doris, welcome to you both. Assemblyman, I'd like to start with you first. Just talk about why you introduced this bill and what you're hoping to achieve with it.
Thank you so much for having us and bringing some light to this topic. Unfortunately, there are so many people just like Doris, just like the homeowners that come to my office and talk to us. They need help. There is a loophole in the law, and people are utilizing that loophole to take advantage and get free housing and making hardworking people pay for them.
And, you know, Doris, I spoke to somebody who was the victim of a squatter yesterday here in Illinois. You are there in New York. Kind of describe the situation that you are dealing with right now.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank the Assemblyman, Mr. Blumencranz, for giving me the opportunity to share my experience. It's been an absolute nightmare. I have a gentleman and his family living in my house right now that I'm unable to remove. I've been to court with him. He's been given free legal counsel and is able to file motion after motion since 2021. We've had adjournments through the courts. In the meantime, I'm having to foot the bills on the house. The way that the laws are set up here doesn't make any sense. These squatters and illegal tenants have more rights than the landlords do. I believe that the law should be equitable and fair to everyone, and that there should be a balance.
Now, and Doris, I know that you saved up to buy this home that this squatter is now living in. So kind of describe where you are living now in the interim. Like, what are you doing? What is the roof covering your head?
Yes, in the meantime, me and my family have to live in a cramped space while he is enjoying the luxury of my hard-earned property.
Well, Assemblyman, how is this legal? I think that is, what confuses so many people. How is this legal? How are people able to just move into a home that they did not pay for, that they do not have any rights to, and stay there?
And it makes you scratch your head. How could we let this loophole sit here? Unfortunately, this law was created because there was instances where those tenants needed protections. But now we've gotten to a point with free counsel and the packed courts after COVID, where these cases are taking years and years to resolve. So all this piece of legislation will do is, if you don't have a legal notarized lease and you can't present that when someone tries to evict you, the cops can't put their hands up. They can do something about it. That's all we want, is to have resolution, so someone like Doris, who worked her whole life as a nurse and goes to work every single day, has the ability to live in the home she purchased.
How big of a problem is this in New York?
It is a rising concern. It has gone from around 14,000 stays in eviction in 2021 to around 40,000 last year. This year alone, it's around 6,000 of those stays and continuations year to date.
That is certainly a huge increase there. Doris, back to you. I mean, do you feel like this man who is living in your family's home, do you think he just doesn't feel like the repercussions are serious enough?
No, he doesn't, because there are loopholes and he's using them to his advantage. He goes to court, he has a free counsel where I have to pay for mine. When he files a motion, I have to file a counter motion at my expense. Not only that, he's vandalized the whole house.
Right.
And yes, he's vandalized the place. He has no respect for my property. And I'm going to have to show that all this bills at my expense.
Right. So in addition to paying for the home, in addition to paying for rent where you're living, you also have to pay now to make all of these repairs. Assemblyman, we see what's happening in Florida. We know the governor is signing this bill into law today. What happens next with this legislation that you've proposed?
So now we fight in the legislature. That's exactly what I've been doing these past few weeks, is we've been getting as many people to co-sponsor this legislation, no matter the party, as possible. In Florida, it was passed unanimously, bipartisan. That's exactly what I want to see here in New York. I want to see those individuals who represent these communities sign on to this legislation and tell us we care about those who want to live the American dream in New York.
Absolutely. Well, certainly, Doris, we wish you the very best of luck. Assemblyman Blumencranz, thank you both.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.